Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna introduce a little bit about our Edgeware's environment solutions. And here you can see that this is our environment solutions. The environment solution actually divided into three parts, which this part is the sensor part. I didn't list all the sensors, but we actually have the full series of the sensors to comply your request. And here we can see that this is mainly weather-related sensors, which is very popularly used in the smart city projects. And it's a gas sensors where we have a very kind of a gas sensor to detect the industrial applications. We also have other sensors. We intend to provide the full series of solutions, so we don't have to. Our customer don't have to uh, buy third-party sensor and then integrate with our edge side or something. No. But also we are glad to integrate the customer third-party sensor if they have something to define. Okay. Other part is I think what's most important for the IoT environment solution is the all-in-one edge side, which we think this is very biggest challenge here of the world to build this edge side. Our philosophy is to build an all-in-one edge site, which based on IP65 and Rust-proof features. Because our experience is that IoT site normally will deploy in somewhere that are very difficult to give maintenance. And sometimes we even see some solutions deployed in forest nearby the beach or these places, and the environment make the normal solution like a IoT cabinet with IP55 ingress protection levels very difficult to deploy in that very complex environment area. For example, if you have very high humidity of the air and you have IP55 cabinet as IoT solutions, and the humidity will cause the rest of all the cabinet also affect the internal system stability. On the other hand, because different solutions has different kind of configurations. For example, if we have several sensors here, I want to integrate it into the edge side, and the configuration is quite different. Sometimes you need a different capacity of the battery. You don't want a standard very big battery because normally the IoT side is not that big. And if you build a very big site with a big battery, you can imagine how big the site will be, and the transportation cost and all the installation cost and commissioning cost will be very high. So our philosophy is to understand our requirement from our customer. Then we configure the necessary modules, which based on their scenario. Then we integrate the system into an all-in-one solution, one box, help to fix everything. And when you receive the box, we already have the drivers, everything, and the software inside, and also have the correct edge control and computing program inside. So we can then we can report to the flexible cloud options, which we have three options here. We have our own software platform, which is Edgeware Convergence Software Platform. We can also report to ThinkSpot, which is very popular IoT software platform. And then we can also report to the third-party software platform based on the programming here in Edge. For this part, because sometimes you have your own platform, we need to understand your protocol. For example, if we use HTTPS or whatever, MQTT to report to your own platform, that's also possible. So when we deliver the solution, we deliver everything to you. So on the side, you don't have to do a lot of power integration, cabling, these kind of things, because we will set up all the cable with the sensors to you, and you just connect the sensor to some port of our devices, and it will work. The driver already burned inside, and we also already tested it. That's how we do the job. Now, let me show you some case to tell you that why the edge side is quite difficult. Okay, we have a two case here. This is one case, and this is one case in Caribbean, and this is it looks nice place, but actually this is a place not very near to the city. And then what's most challenging is this side is very near to the beach. So you can imagine that it's facing really several difficulties. Is first, it has hurricanes sometimes, very strong hurricanes. Second is the raining and high humidity, and third is because it's nearby the sea, right? I mean, so you can imagine the salty area there. So we designed we give the we designed the enclosure for our customer based on their request and configure with the 4G backhaul and then several PoE and some sensor ports there, really based on their request. And when we deliver, it's a all-in-one box. And because this box is all-in-one system, the IP65, also the material is aluminum, so we are not afraid of the very bad environment here. Otherwise, you imagine that if you use a typical, IoT cabinet, something, what you're facing the problem is that I mean this environment, the humidity, the salty air, these kind of things for your cabinet is not very good. And then because you have to count on the system for like 10 years or something, and the environment will cause a severe how to say problem with your IP55 cabinet plus the typical way you build the IoT solution. Okay. Also, we configure the battery and UPS and the edge control unit based on customers' requests. So we don't have to make the system very big. For example, if you have to adapt to your solution to a standard products from the market, you have to put something very big, right? But in the end, the size is very small. The device is only several small devices, right? So that's our another philosophy. We configure what you need, not like to configure something available in the market. Okay, and it's very important because you see that the site is very far away, and then if you transport very high how to say high capacity battery, very big cabinet or whatever, to the site, you can imagine the cost. Another side is uh, okay. So another problem I forgot to mention is for IoT side, sometimes you have power grid. I mean, this case is very lucky they have a power grid, but this side don't have power grid, and then we have to use a solar, right? I mean, this kind of configuration very how is complex for our customer to configure because you have to calculate the different devices load and calculate the time of the autonomy time after the power is off. A lot of things. So for us, because we configure everything for you, we know the whole system we can configure for you. So this case, we configure the battery, configure the solar system for our customer, and then we're controlling a light here. We have a radar here. We also have a traffic light. I mean, here cannot see. I mean, then we have a light sensor here. I mean, we use this to build a very how to say virtual IoT solution. And you can understand that these two solutions is quite different. Their request is different, but we configure more or less same type of IP65 in IoT enclosure for them and configure everything inside. Which I want to mention is this side is also there's another special part is because this side is in a very cold area, so we also configure the heater inside the lithium battery, just make sure that it works fine in the winter. Okay, so I want to mention is so why our philosophy the all-in-one edge side is very important is because when you try to build IoT solution based on different applications, I mean the configuration could differ a lot. And there's many things you should consider. For example, the surge suppressor, I mean the temperature, the heat dissipation, uh, this is very complex for customers. So with our outdoor experience, we configure everything for you and deliver a standard product for you. So you see that this is our customizations because first we have a lot of interface and powers. We have different modules. We have our model bus, PoE, breather, battery, GPS, UPS, solar controller, these kind of things. We also have a lot of modules like our 4G, 5G, and Ethernet fiber uplink. We even did some Starlink side with our whole system, everything embedded with the Starlink PoE to provide power to the Starlink to make things simplified. I will explain a little bit in the future with other videos. Okay. And we have wireless P2P and Wi-Fi functions. We have edge computing, the edge control program. And we put everything together, become an all-in-one system based on your request to comply with your IoT solution and the scenarios. So you can see that actually in the market it's very difficult for you to find a provider that integrate everything together for you, configure everything for you, and then consider the sensors. Because you see that in the market for IoT, they always the IoT sensors provider divided with the gateway, divided with other providers. So it's for you, it's very, very difficult to put everything together as a standard product. We can help you for that. All right, thank you.